Thank you all very much. Like you said, I am Ndi Nsureoku, Professor of Microbiology, Tennessee State University. We are down to about 60% of our capacity, but I think it's still a good time to honor what our sister said earlier. She yearned for a thunderous applause in what has been done here. I will therefore request that you unmute everybody and we give them 3 hearty cheers. This is their moment. They need to be cheered. I need to give them 3 hearty cheers. Unmute everybody, please. For those who are reconnected, hip, hip, hip. I want to hear it.
Hooray.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Thank you so much for that. I stand on all protocols. But before I go into it, I would like to seize this opportunity also to give a special shout out to Jerry Mohammed, who spoke here early. Her name is Isuama. She was my graduate student in biological sciences at some point. To all of you reconnected with your Igbo ancestors, I am honored and privileged to call you fellow Igbo people from Igbo. Officially, we are now your people. We are your people to bond with, and Igbo is your home to protect, to defend, and to serve through active and engaged communality. Together, we are people now united by one culture, one ethnicity, one ideology, and above all, by the principles of opportunity, equality, and liberty that are enshrined in our custom and tradition as solemnly rendered by the Onowu of Abagana, Dr. Okwanza, teacher Akumakalum, His Majesty Chukwuemeka Eri, and Ndi Igwe na Ndi Eze that are here in our midst. Today marks a special day in your life. You've come a long way to get here. You've sworn a solemn oath to this union with your people and now have all their appurtenances thereto. With this privilege, though, comes great responsibilities. And so I ask that you use your freedoms and your talents to contribute to the good of our Igbo nation here in the United States and in Igbo land. You have lived all your lives in America, where no dream is impossible. You will bring the same spirit to your ancestral people with whom you are reconnected today. Like the hundreds who have reconnected to their ancestors before you through this program, you have the opportunity to enrich your ancestral heritage through your contributions to civic society, business, culture, and Igbo communities here in the United States and at home. You can help write the next great chapter of Igbo history, and together we can keep the beacon that is Igbo ethnicity burning bright for all the world to see. Before I round up, I would like to give you a few pointers about what it means to be Igbo, as well as your prospects and challenges. To navigate through this, I would like to recall some of the events that occurred here today that depict the past. I begin with the Igbo landing that was talked about here. This is the epitome of pride and doggedness of the Igbo. You heard of the historic site in Dunbar Creek of St. Simon's Island, Glynn County in Georgia, United States, where in 1803, Igbo slaves in resistance to slavery in the United States committed mass suicide. Of course, we know that the survivors were taken to Sapele Island. They would rather die than be forced into slavery. That is the Igbo spirit. Let me also tell you about revolution against injustice as part of Igbo spirit. You are aware that beyond America, Igbo slaves were also taken to the Caribbean, to Haiti, to Jamaica, to Trinidad and Tobago, to Brazil, as well as to Canada. Take Haiti, for example. The preponderance of the Black population there are of Igbo ancestry. Haiti, in 1804, 1 year after the Igbo landing, became the first independent Black nation in the Western Hemisphere after a 13-year sustained revolution. That was a revolution for justice and fair play. That is the hallmark of Igbo spirit. Let me talk about innovation and survival instincts. From 1967 to 1970, the Igbo in Nigeria, along with other ethnic neighbors of theirs, fought a brutal Biafran war, which oddly had the United Kingdom, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, the Arab world, and Nigeria with all their war arsenal on their side. The Igbo relied on innovation, survival instincts, ingenuity, resilience, capacity to adapt and integrate, industry and entrepreneurial acumen to sustain themselves while it lasted. In talking about these attributes, some of you may even begin to wonder why Igbo village in the Frontier Culture Museum of Virginia. Please come with me. I'll give you a little explanation because it is this spirit that brought that about. I said, please come with me. Remember that the Igbo ethnic group is only one of over 400 in Nigeria. And Nigeria itself is one out of 54 countries. So for the Igbo to be recognized and given that honor, there is something about it. So remember that there were Igbo slaves in New York, in Maryland, in Virginia, in Pennsylvania, in New Jersey, in the Carolinas, on the east side of the Appalachian Mountains, and all the way to Florida. Even before the official abolition of slavery by the 13th Amendment, some enterprising and exploratory Igbo slaves in the East Coast crossed the Appalachian Range, especially in the area of the Blue Ridge and Allegheny Mountains. And they found themselves in the arable and fertile Shenandoah Valley. Once there, they integrated with the native populations and fell back on their industry, innovative spirit, and survival instincts. To cut the long story short, right there, an Igbo blacksmith developed the blade used on the first machine that heralded mechanized agriculture throughout the world. That was the McCormick Reaper, named after Cyrus Hall McCormick, who patented it in 1834. That singular invention revolutionized agriculture throughout the world and eased the manual labor in harvesting crops. The Frontier Museum is proud of this history. America is proud of this history. Black people is proud of this history. That's the why. Oka in Igbo land is the citadel of blacksmithery in Africa. That's where you come from. That's who you are. Finally, excellence. It may blow your mind to know that over 50% of the Nigerian soccer squad that won the Olympic soccer gold in Atlanta in 1996 are Igbo, like you. Over 60% of the Nigerian basketball team that did the unthinkable by beating the American team just 3 weeks ago. 3-time Olympic champions, beat them by 90-87 on July the 12th, 2021. Over 60% of them are Igbo, like you. Over 60% of the 2021 NBA drafts of Nigerian descent are Igbo, like you. Bishop T.D. Jakes and the American actors Forrest Whitaker and Blair Underwood, who have done their DNA genealogy, are Igbo, like you. They all have one thing in common. They excelled in their endeavors. Excellence is inborn in the Igbo. They're all, that's the Igbo spirit. That is written in your DNA. You are equipped to conquer the world. In due course, World Igbo Congress, in concert with CISA and all Igbo organizations in the diaspora, will unveil a comprehensive program to maximize this bonding that we have experienced today. I therefore charge you to go forth, my people, and exhibit your Igbo spirit, and you will have no boundaries in doing so. I am proud to welcome you as new Igbo people. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless Igbo land, the land of the rising sun. Thank you all so very much.